I picked it because I wanted our students to get a chance to work on Shakespeare. As a theater program, Shakespeare is one of the core things that we teach, and it hasn't been done here at Coffeyville in a long time. I picked this adaptation because I think it is shorter, it's faster paced, it's more action-packed, which I think makes it a little bit more relatable to the audience because there's so much action happening. With actors playing multiple roles, we have only 6 actors, 1 Romeo, 1 Juliet, and 4 that play everybody else. So I think it makes for an exciting, very relatable Shakespeare. I really enjoy the academic side of it. I like dissecting the script and trying to figure out exactly what it means. There's a whole bunch of different theories on who Shakespeare was, if he was more than one person, if he was someone at all, if it's a collection of authors. So just like there's different views on Shakespeare and who Shakespeare really is, there's different views on how to approach it and how to act it. So to get the chance to let my students play around with different techniques and watch them pick the ones that work for them really is something that I've enjoyed.
I play a few characters. I play the nurse, the apothecary, 2 servants, and the prince. And that's kind of enjoyable because I've never played more than one character at a time before. Shakespeare is really hard. We spent the first full week of rehearsals just reading through the script and trying to understand what it means, because 90% of the words are things that we would never say in the first place, let alone like say on stage. So we had to work on understanding it first. Well, doing a famous play is a little bit difficult because you have to make sure that the parts that everyone knows, you do them right, because otherwise everyone will know no matter what. And it's kind of difficult because we have to think really hard about making sure that we understand what we're saying so that the audience understands what we're saying.
What I enjoy about playing Juliet is I've never played someone like a love interest before, and so it's interesting like learning about like that type of connection with someone else. Well, it's kind of nerve-wracking because like you have to make sure you do it right, because I have one of the like most famous monologues that people actually know, and so I have to make sure I say it right and do it justice, because like that's like the one part that people actually know of the show, so they're gonna be like expecting it to be good. That means like it actually has to be good. I think they would just enjoy actually seeing like the show of Romeo and Juliet, because everyone's heard the story before and they've seen like other adaptations of the story, like West Side Story or other like spin-offs that have the same plot but like different characters. And so now they'd actually get to see like the real show and how it actually goes, and like in front of their eyes instead of just hearing about it.
I think just how relatable it is to our world today. It's a classic, and people call it one of the most classic love stories of all time. I happen to think that it's one of the most classic tragedies instead of a love story. There is so much hate in the world of the play. That's blind hate. You know, the people who caused the fight between these 2 families that everybody knows about are not the people who end up suffering for it. And I think that's a pretty relatable message to what's going on in our world as a whole today. So I think it can be eye-opening and very relatable.